Ezekiel chapter 37. Hayata alai yad Yahweh. The hand of Yahweh was upon me. Vayoshiheni beruch Yahweh. And he brought me by the Spirit of Yahweh. Vayaniheni betok habbiqa'a. And he rested me in the midst of the valley. Wahi meleha athamot, and it was full of bones. Wahavirani alehem sabib, and he caused me to pass over them round about. Wahinne rabot mod ala paneha biqa'a. And behold, they were exceedingly many upon the face of the valley. Wahinne yeveshot mod, and behold, they were dry exceedingly. Vayomer Elai, and he said to me, Ben Adam, hatihiyana ha'atamot ha'ele. O son of Adam, is it that these bones shall live? Waomar Adonai Yahweh ata yada ata. And I said, Adonai Yahweh, thou knowest, thou hast known. Vayomer Elai, hinna be al ha'athamot ha'ele. And he said to me, prophesy thou upon these bones. V'amarta alehem ha'athamot hayaveshot shem'od devar Yahweh. And thou shalt say to them, O dry bones, hear ye the word of Yahweh. Ko ha'amar Adonai Yahweh. Thus Adonai Yahweh hath said, La'athamot ha'ele, to these bones. Hinne hani mevi habachem ruh wihyetem. Behold, I am one bringing into you a spirit, and ye shall live. V'natati alechem giddim, and I shall give upon you sinews. V'ha'aleti alechem bashar, and I shall bring up upon you flesh. V'karamti alechem or, and I shall spread upon you skin. V'natati bachem ruh wihyetem, and I shall give into you a spirit, and ye shall live. V'yeda'atem ki hani Yahweh, and ye shall know that I am Yahweh. V'nibeti kater thuweti, so I prophesied as what I was commanded. Vayahi qol kehinna b'i v'hinne ra'ash, and behold, a voice or sound in my prophesying, and behold, an earthquake. V'tiqravu atamot etem hele atamo, and the bones drew near a bone to its bone. Waraiti, and I saw, hinne alehem gidim, and behold, upon them sinews, ubashar Allah, and flesh came up, wayqram alehem or, and skin covered over them, milama Allah, from above, waruh in bahem, and spirit there was not in them. Wayomer Eli, and he said to me, Hinnave el haruh, prophesy thou to the spirit. Hinnave ben Adam, prophesy thou, O son of man, son of Adam. Wahamarta el haruh, Koha marhadonai Yahweh. And thou shalt say to the Spirit, thus Adonai Yahweh hath said, Me'arba ruhot boi haruh. From the four winds come thou, O Spirit, or wind. Upehi baharugi mahaele, and blow thou into these dead ones, these killed ones. Wihiyu, and they shall live. Wihinna beheti, and I prophesied, Katarthiwani, just as he commanded me, or like what he commanded me. Watavo bahem haruh, and the spirit or the wind came into them. Wayihu, and they lived. Wayamadu al ragalehem, and they stood upon their feet. Hail Gadol Mohd Mohd, a great army, exceedingly, exceedingly great. Wayomer Eli, and he said to me, Ben Adam, O son of Adam, Ha'atamot ha'el kol bet Yisrael hemma. These bones are all the house of Yisrael. They are all the house of Yisrael. Hinne omrim Yavashu atmotenu v'havada thiqawatenu. Nigzaranu lanu. Behold, one saying, our bones are dried, and our hope hath perished, and it is cut off for us. No, we are cut off for us. Lachen hinnave wahamarta alehem. Therefore prophesy thou, and thou shalt say to them, Kohamar Adonai Yahweh. Thus Adonai Yahweh hath said, Hinne hani poteh et kivrotechem. Behold, I am one opening your graves. Waha'aleti etchem mikivrotechem ammi. And I shall bring you up from your graves, my people. Wehebeti etchem, and I shall bring you El Adamat Yisrael, to the ground of Yisrael. Wida'atem ki hani Yahweh, and ye shall know that I am Yahweh. B'pitahi et kivrotechem, ubaha'aloti etchem mikivrotechem, Ami. In my opening your graves, and in my bringing up you, in my bringing you up from your graves, my people. وَنَاتَتِ رُوحِي بَكَمْ وِحْيِيتَمْ, and I shall give my spirit into you, and ye shall live. وَهِنَّ حَتِّي أَتَكَمْ عَلَى هَضَمَتَكَمْ, and I shall cause you to rest upon your ground. وَيَدَعْتَمْ ki hani Yahweh, and ye shall know that I am Yahweh. Dibbarti wa'ashiti, I have worded and I have effectuated. Num Yahweh, a declaration of Yahweh. Wayahi devar Yahweh elai le'amor, and the word of Yahweh was to me, saying, Wahata ben Adam, and thou, O son of Adam, Kahluka esh ehad, take for thee one piece of wood. וכתוב עלי וליהודה ולבני ישראל חברי, and write thou upon it for Yehudah and for the sons of Yisrael, his companions. ולקח איש אחד, and take thou one piece of wood, one wood. וכתוב עלי וליוסף איש אפרים וכל בית ישראל חברי, and write thou upon it for Yosef, the wood of Ephraim, and all the house of Yisrael, his companions. وقرب אותם אחד אל אחד לך לאש אחד, and join and bring thou near them, bring them near, one to one, for thee, for one wood. وَهَايُوا لَأَحَادِيمْ بِيَدَكَ, and they shall be for oneness in your hand, in thy hand, for ones in your hand. That's interesting. How can you have a plural of one like that? وَكَهَتَرَ يُهْمَرُ هَلَكَ, and when they should say to thee, B'nei Ammaka le'amor, the sons of thy people, saying, Halo hatagid lanu mahelelach, is it not that thou wilt say to us what these things are to thee? Dabir halehem, word thou to them, Ko amar Adonai Yahweh, thus Adonai Yahweh hath said, Hinne ani lokeh et esh Yosef ater b'yad Ephraim v'shivet Yisrael haverai. Behold, I am one taking the wood of Yosef, which is in the hand of Ephraim, and the tribes of Israel his companions. ונתתי אותם עליו את אש יהודה, ועשיתים לאש אחד, והיו אחד בידי. And I shall give them upon him, and I shall give them upon him the wood of Yehudah, and I shall make them for one wood, and they shall be one in my hand. והיו העצים אשר תכתוב עליהם בידך לעיניהם. And the woods which thou hast written upon them shall be in thy hand before their eyes. ודבר עליהם, and thou shalt word to them. כה אמר אדוני יהוה, thus Adonai Yahweh hath said, הנה אני לוקח את בני ישראל מבין הגויים אשר הלכותם. Behold, I am one taking the sons of Israel from between the nations where they have gone there. וקיבצתי אותם מסביב, and I shall gather them from round about. והבאת אותם אל אדמתם, and I shall bring them to their ground. ועשיתי אותם לגוי אחד בארץ bahare Yisrael, and I shall effectuate them for one nation in the land, in the mountains of Yisrael. وملك إحد يحيى لكلام لملك, and one king shall be for all of them for a king. ולא יהיו עוד לפני גויים, and they shall not be any longer for two nations. ולא יעתו עוד לשתי ממלכות עוד, and they shall not be halved or divided any longer to two kingdoms any longer. ולא יטמאו ולא יטמאו עוד בגלוליהם ובשקותיהם ובכל פשעיהם, and they shall not defile themselves any longer by their idols and by their abominations or detestable things, and in all their transgressions. They shall not defile themselves, right? And I shall save them. Mikol mothavotehem atrahatobahim. I shall save them from all their dwellings, which they sinned in them. Utiharati hotam, and I shall cleanse them. Wahayu li la'am, and they shall be to me for a people. Wahani lahem le'elohim, and I shall be for them for a God. Wa'avdi David melech alehem, and my servant David, king over them. وراء إحاد يهيا لكلام, and one shepherd shall be for all of them. Ubimithpat ayeleku, and in my statutes they shall walk. Wahukot ayishamaru, and in my judgments they shall walk, and my statutes they shall keep. Wa'ashuhotam, and they shall effectuate them. Wiyathabu al haaretz, and they shall dwell upon the land. Atranatati la'abdi Ya'aqob, which I gave to my servant to Ya'aqob. Atrayathabu bah avotekem, where your fathers dwelt in it. Wiyathabu alaha hemma ubenehem ubenevenehem ad olam, and they shall dwell upon it, they and their sons, and the sons of their sons, unto unseen time. With Awid Avadi Nashi Lahem La'olam, and David my servant, a prince for them for unseen time. Wicharati lahem berit shalom, berit olam yehyehotam, and I shall cut for them a covenant of peace, a covenant of unseen time. It shall be for them. Unatatim wihirabeti otam, and I shall give them, and I shall multiply them. Wanatati et miqdashi betokam le'olam, and I shall give my sanctuary in the midst of them for unseen time. Wahaya mishakani alehem, and my dwelling, my tabernacle shall be over them. Wahayiti lahem le'elohim, and I shall be for them for a God. Wahemma yihyu li la'am, and they shall be for me for a people. We are the Hagoyim, and the nations shall know. Ki ani Yahweh Makadesh et Yisrael, that I am Yahweh, one sanctifying Yisrael. Bihiyot Mikdashi betokam le'olam, in the being of my sanctuary in their midst for unseen time.